14th of August, Rabbi Levitt, Sefer Chofetz Chaim.
Okay, Sefer Chofetz Chaim. Let's see. We're in the middle of a long arichus on page Shin Pei Daled. Okay, right. Okay, so that's where we are. This is anybody know where we are exactly? He started Ima Chamisha Pratim Harishonim Yesh Besach Hakol Shmona Pratim. Talking about all the conditions that there are before one can speak this about whatever it is that he was talking about.
According to my note, we're on page 121 where it says retrieve a loss.
Oh, well, we're past there. We're at 129. And really? It says Im yesh bo shiur ona'ah.
Yesh bo shiur ona'ah.
To determine whether the price constitutes price fraud according to halacha.
129.
I have 129. That's where my bookmark is.
I don't see that as the beginning of anything.
Well, it's not. It's in the middle of it. We ended in the middle of a paragraph.
When
it's one, two, it's 3 lines up from that paragraph. You know, the end of that paragraph. Im yesh bo shiur ona'ah.
I got it.
Okay, great. You have it, Alan?
No.
129.
Right.
And where the paragraph ends, that line, it's just count that line 1, 2, 3, go up 3 lines, and it says it's a third word in, Im yesh lo bo shiur.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So, Mary, you want to start reading?
Okay, I guess I can do that. Let me just turn this fan off. Im yesh bo shiur ona'ah al pi din Torah. Okay, so we have to determine whether the price constitutes price fraud according to halacha. Okay. V'gamatai ona oto. Nor does he bother to find out when the deceitful transaction took place. Ki ulai kivar avar shior kidei she yareh l'tagar u'likrovo. Okay, so let's see. And this is critical since the window of time for showing the item to a different merchant or to a relative may have already passed. Ulalo to'elet yihiyeh, in which case there would be no constructive purpose in notifying Shimon of the matter. Okay. Rak Dvarav Yachnis Sin'a Chazaka B'libo al Hashech Negdo. And in doing so only serves to cause Shimon to harbor intense hatred toward Levi. V'hu rochel mamash sheto'ein devarav mizeh lazeh. And under such circumstances, were Ruvain to inform Shimon of the deception, he would be deemed a full-fledged Rechilu speaker, since he is purposely peddling negative information from one person to the next and causing friction between them. Okay, that ends our paragraph.
Okay, I think what he means over here is that even if the seller overcharged the buyer, there's a sort of a statute of limitations that the halacha mandates over here, that he only has this buyer a certain limited amount of time to make his claim that the price is a price of overcharge of ona, which is 1/6 or more than the fair market value, and that shear, Chofetz Chaim says, is just the time that it takes for the seller, the buyer to investigate the matter by making various inquiries. So I don't know, that could be even just a day or two or something like that. And so if the person, if the one that wants to reveal to the buyer that he's been cheated, even if it really is an overcharge, it's more than the fair market value. But if it's past this statute of limitations time, he's not allowed to tell him, because there's nothing because the implication is that there's no recourse for the buyer in that case to make his claim. That's the implication, and therefore the Chofetz Chaim says that the only thing you're going to do is tell him that the guy cheated him, and there's nothing that he's going to be able to do about it by going to Beis Din at this point, and therefore you're just causing him to have a hatred for the seller, and that is a full-blown case of rechilas midaraisa. You can't tell him. Okay.
What if he does business with this person frequently, and you're concerned that he'll go back and buy something else from him and get cheated again?
Yeah, if you know that he's gonna, that if you, well, the question is, what's the source of what does it mean that you know? What's the source of the information? He told you that he's going to buy something from him? Because if it's just hearsay, I don't know if that's going to be, I don't know.
Well, let's say
assuming,
this is the third time that he's mentioned that he bought something from this particular store. So he's mentioned first, he's heard firsthand from the person that he's gone to this store on 3 different occasions in the last month. And the other 2 times he didn't notice any problem, but this time he sees that he definitely was overcharged.
Well, the question is, the last 3 times, you're saying that that's going to be a proof that he's going to go a 4th time very soon?
Right, or that's your concern. Your concern is that he goes frequently to this store, and he's going to go again.
Yeah. Okay. Well, on the if you, I'll just say it like this: if you know that he's going a 4th time, he told you, for example, he's planning that he needs to buy a widget, and he's going to go to Plony because he has widgets. So it's certainly appropriate to. It certainly would be permissible and even a mitzvah to warn him maybe you want to check out what the other stores are charging, and make sure that you're not being overcharged. More than the going rate.
You shouldn't say, I noticed that you were overcharged the last time you bought something from him.
No, because that's gonna cause, because there's nothing that's what the Chofetz Chaim is talking about.
But now you have a toelis.
You can accomplish your toelis by not causing him to hate him for overcharging him the third time.
Uh-huh. But it's not as strong. If you say, oh, you might want to check around before you buy, maybe he'll say, why should I check around? I go to this place all the time. Whereas if you say, I noticed that he overcharged you, then that's going to be much more of a motivator for him to check around.
Okay, so the question is, are you allowed to? So you're saying, do you need to? Are you allowed to do that in order to make your warning to him a stronger warning?
Yes.
You already warned him.
No,
right?
no, I didn't warn him yet. I'm considering whether I should warn him.
No, you could I'm saying you can certainly tell him, you should you can even say that that he has overcharged other people, and you don't need to mention the person that you're talking to.
Ah, okay.
I think that would be a better way of doing it.
Right.
Yeah.
Excuse me, I have a medical appointment, so I will see you whenever.
Refuah Shalem, Aaron.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
Hatzlacha.
B'hatzlacha, it should go well. Right. Right, because you always have to figure out a way to get the toelis done in a way that doesn't cause any unnecessary hatred between the parties.
Right.
Okay. Okay, now we go to the next paragraph over here, Harbe Pa'amim. And we go to Lou. Would you like to read for us, Lou?
Sure. V'harbe pa'amim era she mi sin'a diber alav v'nis barer achar kach ki shaveh ha'maos shenasan ba'ado. Okay, so many times when Reuven spoke negatively about Levi, and the possibility of fraudulent sale only because of his own pre-existing hatred towards him, and is later discovered that the item really was worth the amount Shimon gave for it. V'harbe pa'amim eira mizeh hefseid ma'os laha sheknegdo, and additionally, many times As a result of Ruvain telling Shimon that he was overcharged, Levi will end up suffering an unjustified financial loss. Ki yisi tehu lemor, because Ruvain will persuade Shimon to take action by saying, Lech lachzer lo has chora uterof osa bifanav. Go return the merchandise and throw it back in his face. Ve'ima ta mis bayesh ba'atzmecha. And if you were embarrassed to do it yourself, shalach osa lo al yidei acher, then send it back to him with someone else. Im lo yirtzeh likabla mimecha, if Levi refuses to take it back from you, lo tashlim lo hamaos she'ata chayav lo lis chora zo, then don't pay him the balance that you owe him for this item. O mikvar, or for some other merchandise you bought from him in the past. The kama pa'amim hu ze shelo kedin. Many times these actions contravene halakha. The gezel, the oshek mamash hu, and therefore constitute outright theft and embezzlement. Uve shehu mevi es hasichora lehamocher. And when Shimon does bring the item to Levi, the hamocher eno rotze likabel mimenu, and Levi refuses to take it back, ba'amro shehu mafsido shelo kedin Torah, for he claims correctly that Shimon is causing him a loss that is unjustified by the Torah law. Ba'im ligadei mi mariva unatsos gedolos echad lacha vero, and they end up quarreling and berating each other terribly. Re'ei kama raos asa ha-rochel hazeh. Take stock of how many wrongdoings this Rechilus speaker, i.e. Ruvain, has committed. She'avar al lav dalid lamed aleph selech rechil ba'amecha. He violated the prohibition of do not go as a talebearer among your nation. Im eno medaktek al atzmo bameh. Excuse me. Shikat savnu lael. Excuse me, I'm sorry, I have to go to the restroom.
Okay. Okay, so Re'ei Kama Re'os also Harochel Hazeh. Maybe I'll read this paragraph. then we'll have 3 readers at least. Roy Kamaros look at how many improper things that this talebearer has done over here. First of all, he has violated the Torah prohibition of talebearing. If he's not careful with the matters that we mentioned previously, with all of the conditions that are necessary in order to avoid that prohibition. And he's also placing a stumbling block before the one that he's speaking to, because he's going to cause the one that he's speaking to do things that are usher as well. He's going to he may advise this buyer to try to return the merchandise, which would not be allowed according to the halacha in this case, or other types of losses that could be suffered by the buyer. And this is all going to come to machlokes between the buyer and the seller. And he's causing this with his talebearing. Lavor alav delo sonu ish esamiso. This is going to cause onas devorim, words of that's going to be hurtful and painful and etc. To both sides. Lakama lavin acherim sheyotzim al yedei machlokes, and all of the fallout that comes through machlokes. Rachmanu litzlan, Hashem should save us. In Cain, mama od roy li zaher shelo li tarev be'inyonim ke'elu. If so, then it's very fitting and proper not to mix in to other people's financial purchases. Ve'im lo she'yisbonen heitev b'kol ma shekasavnu le'el, unless he really does his, unless he really knows that he looks into what we said before, and he really knows that there's something here that he can do, that this person can do to help himself without violating the halacha. Hashem be'ezro, and if he does that, Hashem will give him siyata d'shmaya. Shalol yabo shum mikshol al yado, that there won't be any fallout on his account. Okay. Wow. Wow. Okay. Very good. We're up to your Daled.
Good Daled. Okay, good.
Would you like to read for us, Mayor?
Okay. It says, even to clear his name, if someone is under suspicion of having committed a wrong, he may not clear his name by identifying the actual culprit.
Oh. Okay.
Okay. Im na'asa davar l'Reuven shelo kahogen. If something improper was done to Reuven, ach lo noda lo mi'asa lo et hadavar, but he does not know who was responsible. Uva Reuven ze v'sha'al l'Shimon. And Reuven approaches Shimon and asks him, Mi asali et hadavar zeh, who did this to me? The halacha is as follows: Af shehu mevin sheReuven choshto vazeh. Even if Shimon realizes that Reuven suspects him of being the culprit, asur legalot lo et shem haoseh. He may not clear himself of suspicion by revealing the name of the responsible party.
Just a minute. Sorry, Lou, we're in the middle of Yud Daled.
Okay, thanks. Sorry, I had to go.
Like six lines down.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, in our book, hold on a second. It's in our book, Lou, it's 3 lines down in the middle. It begins with af.
I see it.
Okay. Af shehura ab atzmo. Even though he personally saw the person commit the offense. Rak yashiv lo. Shimon should instead respond by saying, Ani lo asiti et hadavar. I did not do it. Im lo shehu davar. That is, unless the offense is a matter asher afilu im lo haya choshdo klal bazeh velo haya shoalo, which even if Reuven did not suspect him of at all and did not ask him about haya gam kain tzarik l'saper lo me'atzmo, he would be required to come on his own and reveal the name of the perpetrator to Reuven. Kigon shenish lamu bo kol hapratim hana'al b'tchilat hasiman. For example, if all the conditions listed at the beginning of the klal are met, then he is required to inform Reuven who the offender is, in any case, for the sake of to'elet. Ukemo shekatabnu le'el b'sif zayin, as we discussed above in sif zayin, sif 7. Hence, he certainly may respond to Reuven if he was asked to identify the offender. Ukemo shenipayer le'el b'chelech aleph b'klal yud b'sif yud zayin. This ruling, that one may not reveal the identity of the actual culprit, even if he himself is under suspicion, is the same as that which we explained in the first section of Hilchot Lashon Hara, Klal 10, Sif 17. Le'inyan Lashon Hara, with regard to Lashon Hara, the Ayin Sham Heitev, refer back to the halachot and study them carefully. Kikol hasivarot. Let's see. Kikol hasivarot has niskarot sham b'hamakor hachayim uve'er mayim chayim. For all the reasonings mentioned there in the makor hachayim and the be'er mayim chayim. Ben le'inyan dina uvein le'inyan latzeit idei shamayim, regarding what is required according to the letter of the law, as well as the preferred approach, which will satisfy heavenly expectations. Shayach gam bazeh, apply here as well.
Okay. We got a Haggah over here. Louis, you want to read the Haggah?
Sure. Ach yesh lizaher. However, one must be careful. Shelo teho ros hala mizeh hadin Ve'inyan im haya hu gam kain. Min haminuyin. Not to apply this leniency to a situation in which he was a member of a voting body. What leniency are you talking about, I wonder?
Yeah, I think he was talking about the leniency of identifying the culprits that he mentioned in Yud Daled.
I thought we said you can't identify the culprit.
Yeah, that's what he started off saying. True, he started off saying that, and then he said in parentheses that there would be a situation if he fulfilled all the pratim, all the prerequisites, that he would be able to.
Right. So that's the leniency?
That would be the leniency. Over here, I believe we're going to see he's going to say the party that's not happy with the votes that the voting body voted on. They're going to say who voted against this, or who voted for this, or something like that.
Right. Okay. Kagon lefi ma she matsui b'inyan tovei ha'ir. A common scenario involves a municipal council of trustees. Sheyoshvim u'me'anim b'davar ha'nehagas Anshe Ha'ir, who convene to analyze matters pertaining to the running of the municipality and its residents, such as assigning taxes as they see fit. Afilu im hu lo hiskim imahem be'inyan zeh. Even if one of the trustees, Shimon, for example, disagreed with the council about a certain matter, Ulafi daiso shelo kahogen hu ma shehis kimu be'inyan Hahu neged Reuven. For in Shimon's opinion, the decision against Reuven was unfair. For example, his tax bill should have been lower. Ach heim rabu alav uvit lu es dato. But the trustees outvoted him and overrode his opinion. V'acher kach ba Ruvain v'sho alo. And afterwards, Ruvain came and asked him, he asked Shimon, Im gam yado haisa be'inyan zeh. If he had a hand in the decision, he may not respond. Af she'Reuven choshdo bazeh. Even if Reuven suspects Shimon of voting against him. Af al pi chen asur lo min hadin lahashiv. Nevertheless, it is halachically forbidden for Shimon to respond. Afilu b'lashon ani lo asisi es hadavar hazeh. Even by saying, I didn't do this, because such a statement demonstrates that he personally feels that the decision was faulty, and thus he is creating friction between Reuven and the trustees.
Mhm.
V'chol shekain legalos b'feirush es shamam. It is all the more forbidden for him to explicitly reveal the names of the people who voted against Reuven. Rochel mikrei avur zeh. And if he does, he is referred to as a Rechilist speaker. Ukamo shebe'ernu le'ayil le'bechelek aleph klal bet sif yud aleph. As we explained above, C section, blah, blah. Study it carefully. So I'm confused by this, Rabbi. He can't say, I didn't vote. Why can't he say, I did not vote against you?
Well, that was what I heard you read from the Art Scroll. The Art Scroll said that implies that he agrees with Reuven that the decision of the trustees was invalid.
Right.
That's the implication, and he can't it's not allowed to because that's going to, of course, cause Reuven to feel that he's been dealt unjustly with, and it's going to cause him ill feelings against the voting body, and as such, it's going to be forbidden rechilas.
Well, okay, I understand that's what it says, but I don't really get it, because Reuven knows that they voted against him. They voted to tax him. So he's already got friction with them. If Shimon wants to say to him, I didn't vote, I wasn't part of this, he's not increasing. It doesn't seem to me that he's increasing the hatred, the friction. There's already friction. He's just removing himself from it. He's just saying, I'm not part of it.
Well, he's according to the Art Scroll, he's not simply saying that he's not simply saying I'm innocent of guilt. Basically, what he's doing is saying, yeah, I agreed with you. It was you got shafted over here. Yeah, 100%. That's basically what's coming out if he says, I didn't vote to overturn the verdict or whatever it was.
Oh, I see.
And since there's nothing really that can be done about it, there's no recourse that Reuven's not going to be able to appeal the decision of the because so and so told him that he thinks that they shafted him. So the only thing that his words are going to do is to now focus the hatred on the other people that he's going to suspect that they were the ones that voted against him. And
what about this phrase here? It says
there's absolutely no positive benefit in him saying what he's saying over there.
No, I'd say there is a positive benefit. There's a benefit to his relationship. That Reuven's not going to hate him.
but you can't cause him to hate the other people, though. That's the thing.
Right.
Like this, he doesn't.
No benefit at all.
Yeah, like this, he doesn't know who.
You're comparing benefits.
right. It's true that he's unhappy with the decision, but that you can't change. He's not going to be able to change that. The only thing he's doing is shifting the focus of hatred away from himself and onto the other people. That he's not allowed to do.
So, okay, I got
Like
that.
this, in other words, like this, he can't really hate any of them because he really logically should say, "Oh, well, I can't hate that guy because maybe he voted for me. I can't hate that guy either. He could be voted for me, But if somebody says, "Oh, Shmerel, he voted against you," that's going to cause.
That's not what we're talking about, Rabbi. We're talking about.
Well, it's the same thing. It's the same thing. He's saying, "I voted for you." Well, what does that mean? What does that mean? That the other two voted against you.
Oh, if there's 3, yeah. But if there's 10, I mean, usually these decisions are made by a larger group. But anyway, I have another question. It says if he had a hand in the decision, he may not respond. I don't get what that means. That means what? If he was one of the people who voted?
Im gam yodo haisa be'inyan zeh. In what way was his hand in the? Does that mean that he had a vote, or does it mean that he? I think it means that if he had a vote.
So let's say I used to be on the board of a school.
Even though Reuben suspects him, no, I think it means that he was on the side that voted against Reuben. I think that's what it means. Because then it says Reuben choshto bezeh. He's choshed him that he voted against him. Afu pikein, even though he's not allowed to say Aselo min adin lahashiv. Afilu b'lashon ani lo asisi et zadavar hazeh.
He can't.
Yeah, what are you going to say?
He can't say I didn't vote against you, even if it's true that he didn't vote against him.
Right.
So let's say we have a situation where the board they have a number of things that they're discussing that night, not just this tax, and they invite me to come and give a presentation about something unrelated to the tax.
Oh, by the way, maybe we should allow Mayor to exit.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's
Sorry
late.
about that.
Okay, that's okay. I
All right,
lost
we can
track
continue
of
this
time.
tomorrow.
Okay. Well, everyone should have a good day.
I'll try and remember my question.
Okay, sorry, Lou.
No problem. No problem. It was going to be a long discussion, so it's good that you stopped me.
Okay.
Write it down.
This is significant to me because I was on the board of a school, and this issue came up
all the time.
Not necessarily all the time, but it did come up where we would vote for something, and then people would want to know what happened at the meeting, who voted what.
And so you know what could happen from people talking about this.
Yeah, the issue came up, and it was difficult. It's something we had to deal with, and so I'll remember my question.
Okay.
All
Very
right.
good.
See you in 10 minutes.
This is Hashem.
Hashem. Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye.